Hey guys, just me today, no Dan, to talk about my 10-week challenge that I've set for myself, where I'll be implementing some protein sparing modified fasts. Now, if you would like to know more information about that, we will link the video above explaining what that is and why you would want to try it. But basically for me, I've been on a ketogenic diet for over 2 years now, and I've lost over 50 kilos, but I still have more weight to lose, and I've kind of just been going up and down around the same area. So I would really like to try and shift some more weight. So I am going to be implementing protein sparing modified fast 3 days a week. And then on my other 4 days, just eating a regular keto macros, but at a calorie deficit still. So that is my plan for the next 10 weeks. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen over the next 10 weeks. I'd really love to be able to lose a bit more weight before we go away on our trip. But I know that there'll be some challenges, particularly for me, around social occasions and eating out, like having to track my macros during those times. And also because I know between now and then I'll be doing a lot of recipe development because I have a food blog. So that will be a little bit challenging, but I know that Dan will eat all the food, so it will be fine. But I'm going to show you what I'm eating today, because today is day one doing my protein sparing modified fast. So I'll show you what I'm eating today, and then we'll update over the next 5 weeks when this video will show 5 weeks progress, and then we'll do part 2 at 10 weeks. So meal 1, day 1 of my protein sparing modified fast. So I've put my macros into Chronometer and worked out some foods that I actually like to eat that fit into those macros, because I'm not really one just to eat like plain minced beef or something like that. So I've got some tuna here and cottage cheese. So they're both things that are kind of high in protein, low in fat, I guess. And then I've got my coffee, which is just an almond milk iced latte. And I've put 1 scoop of this Isopure vanilla protein powder in it, which is 0 carb. Okay, so I'm going to have my second meal of the day for my protein sparing modified fast. So I've got 200 grams of chicken, and I'm going to add a little bit of mayonnaise as well. So that'll be me done for today, and probably for this week I'm going to try and just have the same meals that I've had today on my 3 PSMF days, just to make it easy so I don't have to calculate the macros every time. See if I get sick of it. The dry tuna was a little bit tough this morning, so we'll see how I go. But that is what I've eaten for a PSMF day. Been 1 week, guys. I have done 1 week of my 3 days PSMF and then 4 days with keto normal macros, and I weighed in this morning, and I don't like weighing in, but I did lose 3 kilos this week, so I'm very happy. I'm also still a little skeptical because on the first week of something I always tend to lose weight. I'm interested to see how it goes over time, which is why I committed to it for 10 weeks, because I think I need a long period of time to see any significant results. But yeah, I mean, certainly I'm very happy with 3 kilos. I found it okay this week. Admittedly, at the start you always have a lot of motivation as well, but I did track my macros every day, which I usually struggle with on the weekend, but I did that and I stuck within my macros, and I had my 3 same protein sparing modified fast days of tuna, mayo, chicken and cottage cheese, and it was fine. And I'm going to do that again this week. See if I start to get sick of it, I might change it up. But yeah, week 1 done. Okay, week 2 done of my PSMF 10-week challenge. So I weighed in yesterday because it was Monday, and I've lost another 400 grams, so that's 3.4 kilos in 2 weeks. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm not surprised that it was a smaller weight loss this week because I lost 3 kilos the week before, and also because I was due to get my period, which has come today, and I tell you, it's definitely been the most difficult day so far of doing this challenge. I have been a lot more hungry than usual, and it's probably been the only day where I've eaten over my specified macros, but it was just a normal keto eating today. Luckily it wasn't the protein sparing modified fast day where I get to eat a lot less. But apart from that, I'm really happy with how I'm going. I'm still doing the same tuna and chicken on my PSMF days, and I'm not sick of it yet, so keep on trucking. Okay, so I'm 3 weeks in now, and I had my third weigh-in yesterday, and I lost 1.4 kilos, which I'm very happy about. So that's 4.8 kilos I've lost in 3 weeks. So I'm really happy about that. I probably on the weekend didn't do as well with tracking because we ate out, and there was a few bits and pieces here and there, but overall pretty happy with how I went. I'm doing my 3 PSMF days in a row this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because we've got some friends coming on Wednesday night and they're going to be here over Easter, so I didn't want to be having my protein sparing modified fast days while they were here, so I'll just do my regular keto days. Hopefully that will make it a bit easier. And I've bought some keto friendly chocolate to make some little Easter treats and things. So hopefully I will have another loss next week. So I've done 4 weeks now, and I had Easter on the weekend, and I was actually very happy with how I went with Easter. I didn't eat any non-keto foods. On Easter Sunday night, my ketones were 1.4. That goes to show you how small amount of sugar I ate, because my ketones are easily affected by anything that I eat. So I was really happy with how I went eating wise over Easter. But when I weighed in, I put on 400 grams. So as you can imagine, I was super disappointed, because up until that point, I'd been really happy with myself in how I'd handled it. I don't know if it was just like my body is very sensitive to the food I eat as far as retaining water, and I could feel, like I knew before I even weighed that I had either put on weight or not lost any, because I can just feel like that my body feels like that. So anyway, moving on, I'm into week 5, nearly halfway through my 10 weeks, so we'll see what happens next. Okay, so I'm 5 weeks into my PSMF 10-week challenge, so halfway there. Scout's just saying hello. And yeah, I've been finding it pretty good so far. I've been tracking my macros in Cronometer every day. There was a couple of days over Easter where I didn't, just because it was just too difficult with eating out and whatnot, but I was really aware of what I was eating. Also, I have been fasting at least 18 hours most days, so that's been, I'm proud of that. I've actually been exercising more than I normally do, so I guess the eating, like tracking what I'm eating, is motivating me in other areas as well. My ketones have been consistently high for me, which has been probably averaging 1.5, between 1 and 1.5, which is that for me to be over 1, I'm normally happy with it. So for me to be in that zone consistently has been really good. So yeah, I'm really happy with all of those things. And I have stuck to my PSMF days 3 days a week and my normal keto eating 4 days a week. Over Easter was probably the most challenging time because we had visitors here. There was a lot more food around just the normal. But I did my 3 PSMF days together so that I had the 4 days together over Easter to have my keto eating days. I really struggled doing the 3 PSMF days in a row. So I find it much easier doing it alternating because it's quite like a calorie restriction more than normal on those days. So like if I'm like a little bit hungry, I know that I can have like a yummy keto meal the next day. So that's good. As I said at the start, I plan to kind of eat the same meals on my PSMF days just for ease of, you know, tracking it and everything. I am probably getting a bit sick of the shredded chicken, especially now, so I might need to look at some other meals to have on those days, because the other day I just didn't eat it at all because the thought of so I definitely need to perhaps look at adding some variety on those days, but I just can't stomach the thought of egg whites, but I'll have to find something else to have. But yeah, probably what you're all wanting to know is my weight loss so far. Obviously that's why I'm doing this. I have struggled, like I've lost over 50 kilos doing keto, but now I have struggled to continue to lose weight. So that's why I'm doing the PSMF. So this week I lost 0.9 kilos, which I was super happy with. So I've lost 5.4 kilos in 5 weeks. So I'm really happy with that. I had like a secret goal to myself that I wanted to lose 10 kilos in the 10 weeks. I know that's like way past the stars for me to lose that amount of weight, but maybe I can lose another 4.6 in the next 5 weeks. So make sure you subscribe to our channel. I'll have another video coming out in 5 weeks. It'll be at the end of my 10-week challenge, and I'll update you on how it's gone. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.